had to reschedule, but we have our very own Mr. Gurinder Singh Brar. This man has sold hundreds of millions of dollars in real estate this year. 51 multiplexes he sold, and $11 million. Can I share that, G? In commissions this year, guys. $11 million. $11 million. If he's here, GSP has set his presence here to educate us, to enlighten us on what to do differently here in 2026. G, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
sir. Thank you for being here, sir.
Thanks for having me, John. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys.
All right. So he is driving. So, we can open up for Q&A. And I know you don't need a haircut, man. What are you going to cut? You look good.
I committed every Thursday, bro. I committed every Thursday, 1 p.m. I stick to my commitments.
I love it. So tell us more about that. Your commitments, your consistency, your discipline. That's what drove you to have this phenomenal career. I mean, you're still such a young man. What are you, like 35 years old and 20 years in the business? It's crazy.
30, almost 38, and hitting the 20-year mark. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so consistency, bro, just my mindset is like I've always wanted to be a leader and I always wanted to be a positive role model. And I truly believe that true leaders know the way, show the way, and go the way. So it starts from us and how we present ourselves. Like the gentleman said, human development, making yourself better every single day and knowing where you go. I'm a big Tony Robbins fan, and I believe in that red car model. If you go out looking for red cars, that's all you'll see is red cars. But if you go out and you don't have a plan, it's hard to plan your work and work your plan when you don't have a plan, right? And that's very important. You should know us as salesmen, it's so easy to get distracted with shiny objects. And today we go left, tomorrow we go right, and we really have no direction. But if you know what you're looking for, it's easier to get to the end result. And I just try to make my life simple, man. I make a schedule. I follow my calendar. I try to input as many meaningful tasks into my calendar as possible. That's the last thing I look at when I go to sleep, and that's the first thing I look at when I wake up in the morning.
Wow. Hey, I just, I noticed this about you, G, and we don't talk about this too much. You make real estate look so sexy. But in fact, what you just told me is very boring, is very disciplined, is very structured. You actually live a very boring life because you follow a plan. Although it looks sexy, it's very boring.
Exactly, bro. Well, money isn't boring. Sexy is for marketing. Sexy attracts. The boring tasks make you money.
Write that down, guys. Sexy attracts. The boring stuff makes you money.
Yeah, and if we started marketing all the things that make us money, nobody would follow our social medias because they actually are very boring.
That's true. That's true. And I want to touch on this as well. G, it's the fact that I believe there are special people in this world who just can sell. They can sell. And I believe GSP is one of those people, guys, that he can sell ice to an Eskimo. He can sell rice to a Chinese guy. Okay. That's how we need to be sold. But like, how have you developed those sales skills, and how does it keep getting better for yourself?
Bro, I try to read a lot of work. So there's this one book that I read that actually really helped me out. It's called Art of Persuasion by Win Bigley. Art of Persuasion by Win Bigley. And I study a lot of psychology books and whatnot, and I think you gotta master psychology and master marketing in order to be a good salesman, right? Because it's to learn how to read people and to learn to understand people. You got to work on yourself. First you got to learn how to become a good listener. Once you become a good listener, you automatically become a good talker. So it goes hand in hand with each other, right? You got to work on yourself, make yourself better every day, read some good books, and don't just read, implement what you read, implement what you learn. You got to learn to earn. And in my opinion, bro, either you should be learning or you should be earning. And with the platform that, John, you've created, you have so much opportunity to learn throughout the week from Monday to Friday. if you're not earning, at least be on the calls and be learning.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yes, guys, we have 8 calls every single week. This is one of them. And, obviously we've attracted a lot of people on this call. We have 56, 57 people on this call because you're so sexy. Okay. But here we are, a sexy man in real estate, selling it very sexy, but he's telling you guys, become as boring as possible because that's what makes the money. I talk about this all the time because I'm very boring. At the same time, come to those calls because you need to learn in order to earn, right? You heard it from the sexy man himself. Hey, what are you driving today, by the way? Is it the Rolls?
No, Dodge. My Rolls Royce is parked for the winter, bro. It's just I'm in my boring car doing boring tasks. The Rolls Royce is for marketing. Yes.
All right, perfect. Oops, sorry. Maybe doesn't need this one. Sorry.
Can hear you, John.
We don't have any audio from you.
Okay, yes. Sorry about that. Yes, please put in your questions for GSB. If you have any questions for GSB, this is your last opportunity of the year, guys. And I'll tell you guys, like at the end of the year here, GSB has been more on fire than I've seen him than mid-year, summertime. Like he's ramping it up. And I talked about this as well. 70% of the people have fallen off after mid-December. 25% of the people are taking a back seat on their business. That leaves you with 5% who are actually working. So the fact that you are here tells me that you all are very committed to your business, and GSB is just ramping it up. Tell us about that mentality, GSB. Why are you not taking a back seat or hibernating now?
Well, bro, my logic on this is simple, right? Like we're already in such a competitive industry. Like I was reading about British Columbia. I think the average agent in British Columbia does about 1.9 deals a year. And that's throughout the high season. You could imagine what people are doing when the off season, when the holiday starts, right? So when everybody's sleeping, it's a great time for you to double down on your business because there's so much business to be had, right? And I'm in the commercial world. A lot of my clients are logical buyers. They're not emotional buyers and sellers. So they're ready for business anytime. It's a mindset when everybody's sleeping is when you should try hardest to gain market share and to set up 2026. You don't want to be talking about 2026 when there's still 2 weeks left of 2025. It makes zero sense to me. So to me, I try to make every day count so I can go home to my wife so she doesn't scream at me and whatnot. I want to go home accomplished. I want to go home feeling accomplished, right? And one thing that I think about in real estate, I'm 20 years in the business. Real estate is a game of compounding, which turns into momentum, and then you compound onto the momentum and you never let it go, right? So in my opinion, there's only 2 ways to get successful in real estate. Either you work very hard for a short period of time, but you do it 7 days a week, as many hours a day, until you're exhausted, until your body can't think anymore, you can't think anymore. That's one way. Or you can work a little bit a day for a very long time, and everything compounds over time. So it's up to you. You want to build your business over 6 months and then never lose the momentum, or you want to take 20 years? It's up to you. And it truly doesn't matter how long you've been in the business. And it does matter who you are as a person. So work on yourself, make yourself better, become the best version of yourself, become so valuable that you start attracting people, not chasing people.
Ooh, become valuable so people chase you. All right, so we got some questions here, a lot of questions actually. First one from Prab. What made you get into real estate?
It's actually a funny story. So I love cars, and I've always been a salesman. I was selling makeup at a duty-free shop before I got into real estate. And I was actually pretty good at selling makeup, surprisingly, And when I was at a gas station, and I actually said this story on stage once, and I had no money, man. I was thinking, should I put $20 or $40 of gas into my car? While I'm thinking that, a guy pulled up in a Ferrari 360 Modena. This is in 2005. Ferraris, you didn't see too many Ferraris at that time. And once again, it was attractive to me. Something about that, him pulling up, that visual, attracted me to the guy, and I'm not a shy guy. So I walked up and I actually walked up to the guy, asked him simply, I'm like, bro, what do you do to afford a car like this? And he simply told me, he's like, I sell real estate. I asked him if it's hard. He said, no, it's not hard. If you know how to sell, it's actually the most rewarding industry in the world. So then I thought to myself, if I could sell makeup, why the hell can't I sell real estate? When people actually make money, you don't make money off of buying makeup. So if I can sell liabilities and make money, selling an asset that inflates, it's a no-brainer. And got my license in 2006. I enrolled into the class literally the next day when I met the guy, and I never looked back ever since.
Hey, if real estate doesn't work out, I'm pretty sure you can still go bag to sell makeup. So we'll be
they'd love
fine.
to have me. They'd love to have me.
All right. The second question, G, is a repeat question. So two people asked, what books are you reading for understanding psychology and mindset?
So Art of Persuasion by Win Bigley and the 48 Laws of Power.
48 Laws of Power and Law of Persuasion.
Art of Persuasion. Art of Persuasion.
All right. Art of Persuasion. Okay, perfect. And how many hours
Also,
do you
John Tsai's
work
book's pretty good too. I
on
want to
your
read
business?
John Tsai's book next.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
And how many hours do you work on your business daily? Well, sorry, working in your business, Carolina said.
I don't really count my hours. I just get through my day. So I set up as many meetings as possible. And when I'm done my day, I go home, whether that be 4 hours, 8 hours. I don't think the hours matter, but effective hours matter. It's how many effective hours you put in your business is what's going to really matter and how you're going to grow your business.
Yes, yes. Yeah, effective hours, Carolina, versus just hours versus effective hours.
Sorry, what's the name of the book again?
Art of Persuasion.
A regular agent to where you are now. He's never been a regular agent, Andy. Come on.
Sorry.
Yeah, Art of Persuasion.
Art of Persuasion.
And
48 Laws of Power.
48 Laws of Power. All right. What drove you to be just a regular agent to get to where you are now?
It's always been of a top producer. So I've always followed what top producers do. I don't think anybody's really reinventing the wheel. I think you should choose one person that you really look up to, who's done it, and kind of just copy and paste their business plan, and then put your own personal flavor to it when you're ready. When you're ready to put your own personal flavor to it. But I think copy and paste is the best model. Find somebody that you look up to. Find somebody that matches your style, and copy and paste that, and try to just mimic what they do day to day.
There you go. There you go, Sandy. All right. How do you level up your game after every hurdle you go through from Emiraj?
I don't believe in problems. I believe in solutions. So to me, I'm always looking for solutions. I other than a terminal illness, I don't think problems exist. Only solutions do, right? And people that believe in problems, they also believe in excuses. And I don't also make excuses. If I'm not doing well, it's because of something that I'm not doing. So you got to look within. Are you really doing the best? And I'm sure everybody on this call works extremely hard because they're on this call. However, are you being efficient? I'm also sure everybody on this call does tasks, but are you fulfilling important tasks? Or are you doing administrative work that you can delegate out?
Facts, facts. All right. How do you deal with the objection of people wanting to wait until the prices drop?
I asked them, what's your perspective of a price drop?
You hear me?
And why don't you just go in with a lowball offer? There's a price drop.
There you go, Leo. Yeah, I love that, bro.
Right?
I love
How much
that.
do you want to drop the price? Let's put in an offer. We'll get an answer.
That's good. I love it. I love it. All right. That's a good one. What's your daily routine?
So I wake up at 5. Everybody that knows me, I love my bubble bath. So I'm in my bathtub at 5 a.m. I lock myself in an enclosed, comfortable environment. I play some Frank Sinatra. I get through my emails. Then I'm at my office by 7 a.m. Then I hammer out all my phone calls. 12, I take my lunch. From 1 to 4, I support my team, make sure that they're on track. I can be there for them. And then usually by 5 p.m., I'm at home.
Wow. That's perfect. Yeah, guys. That's
5
just
to
work.
5.
5 to 5. 5 to 5. 12
Yeah,
hours.
but make it fun, guys. Make your boring tasks fun. If you're going through a boring task, grab a coffee, grab your favorite drink, sip on your drink while you get through a task. Time goes by faster. At least it's something exciting, right? But like if it's boring and you're in a boring environment and you don't feel motivated, we're in a self-motivated industry. Create an environment for yourself that even if your task is boring, at least your environment makes it exciting.
Mm, I love that. Have fun doing the boring tasks. Make it fun. Gamify things. All right. When was a time in your career when real estate wasn't working the way you expected? And how did you adjust your strategy to turn things around?
Uh, Tony Robbins, bro. The only time it wasn't working was when I didn't know what I was looking for. Real estate's a big industry, right? You got property management, you got condos, you got detached homes, you got relocation, you got multifamily, you got commercial strip malls. It's so easy to get distracted on what you should sell, right? So I think you should be a specialist in something, not a generalist in everything. Because if you're a generalist in everything, that's every other real estate agent in the market. So you got to set yourself apart from the crowd. Like I made a decision that I was going to go into commercial real estate January 1st, 2024. I never looked back. Uh, January 1st, 2020, I made a decision that I was going to join EXP and I was never going to touch a residential file. I never looked back. So when I make a decision, I stick to it. I never waver. I follow my plan. I make a business plan every single year to hold myself accountable. And I look back at my business plan at least once a week to make sure that I don't get off track.
You look at your business plan every single week to make sure you keep yourself on track.
Correct.
That's great. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, good. Who is the author of The Art of Persuasion?
Win Bigley, Win Bigley, Bigley.
The name. Win Bigley. Not Notorious B.I.G. All right. Who else has a question? Come on. Your last chance for the year.
Yo, John, can you hear me?
Yep.
There we go. Grinder, maybe talk about, bro, like obviously we've been going through, this year's been huge and you pushed yourself to the limits in regards to what was happening. And now, like even the last, let's say 2-3 weeks that have gone on, like how you've upped your game, how you sharpened your sword, and like what energy you're bringing into 2026. Because it's a lot of people rely on motivation, but motivation runs out sometimes. So how do you keep yourself going in that aspect, and how do you look at the new year, and what's like maybe give people perspective on your mindset and in regards to how you go out and conquer tasks and meetings and anything you do.
My why is very strong, bro. My why is my family, and my why is the 500 people that believed in me that joined EXP. If we brought in 500 people and my family, they have faith in me that every time I go out of my house, I'm going to come back not empty handed. That why is strong enough for me to structure my day and not waste my time, right? I think people should have a strong why, whether it be your kids, whether it be your business partners, whether it be colleagues, whether it be people that look up to you. You got to lead by example. Even if you have nobody look up to you, that's a problem in itself. Create something so big that people get inspired and you change lives around you, not just your own life. So for me, it's my why. My why is strong enough that I'm self-motivated. I don't need a coach. I don't need another grown adult telling me that I need to wake up and go to work. I wake up at 5 a.m. without an alarm because I'm excited to tackle my day. I go to sleep excited. I wake up excited. This industry has changed my life. It's a disservice. It's a disservice to my real estate license if I don't wake up and give it my all, knowing what I can achieve.
Don't be doing a disservice to the people that believe in you. I love that. Hey, if you had to finish the sentence, I because blank. Oh, you kind of just I answered that. I mean, I do this because of his family, right? What else?
My family and my organization, bro.
Got
A lot of like, when we bring somebody into EXP, that's, to me, that's a big weight on your shoulders because somebody's trusting you with their career. They're making a career change for you, right? And when somebody puts their career in your hands, I don't think it's fair that you bring on people and then you don't lead by example. So to me, I have 500 people that have trusted me, that have trusted our leadership, and we have to be true leaders. And it stems from us. If we don't perform and we don't inspire our organization, it just will never work. It'll never work. Things will fall apart. So I wake up every day knowing how many people are looking up to what we're doing, knowing how many people are watching. Like last month, I tracked my analytics. Last month, my Instagram profile had over 1.1 million visits. That means there's a lot of eyeballs that are on us. If we look at our data, I think we should, that's a lot of pressure, right? And that pressure makes me get up every morning and perform because I don't want to look like a loser.
That's right, guys. Hey, what's your biggest goal for 2026?
To give every day my all. So I don't look at it as a year. I look at it from day to day.
I love it. I love it. What's your advice for giving sellers that feel uncomfortable but necessary? What advice are you giving sellers that feel uncomfortable but necessary?
That I need to take control. A lot of sellers, they'll hire you as a real estate agent, but they want to maintain control. But if they take control, they're going to control the whole scenario. The way something starts is the way it's going to end, right? If somebody trusts you with the transaction of their property, whether it be residential or commercial, we have to maintain control.
Yes, I love that. Jennifer Parkin, are you still here? Listen to that, okay? You are the one in control. They hired you as the authority, as a professional. Don't let them control you. We are here to help them. We have to become the leader. All right.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
are some
thank you.
tips you would give when door knocking? Perfect, Jennifer.
So
Tips for door knocking.
I believe in a platform called telelistings. I think door knocking is old school. I think it's invasive and I think it's disrespectful. The reason being is when we go home, if you look at everybody here, when you go home, the first thing you do usually is you go up to your bedroom, you change your clothes, you wash your face, maybe take a shower, you get into some ugly outfits, you go sit on your couch, you turn on the TV. All of a sudden, you hear ding dong, Grinder Brar shows up, and you hear, hey, my name is Grinder Brar with EXP Realty. It's a good way to get your door shut off. Especially done. My face isn't the most attractive either. You know what I mean? So to me, I want to be the guy showing up to your house in the middle of nowhere uninvited. So I think digital door knocking is the new way because it's not as invasive, and having your scripts like analyze, assess, and approach. And I'm going to give you guys a script that really works for us. I'm going to give my parents' house as an example because I can explain it. Telelistings will show me my parents' first name, last name, house address. That's all I need. A power that we have as real estate agents is we can see their back end. That's what we have more than the general public. Before I call Sukhvinder Brar, which is my mother's name, I should look at her back end. If I look at her back end, I'm going to realize, wow, she hasn't moved since 1997, which means they must love their house, one. It also means she must have a lot of memories in this house. Another thing that I'll see is that they pulled a DP and BP and they built a double legal suite in the basement. I'll also see they did some renovations on the outside. I see they live in a 2,200 square foot house on a pie lot facing the lake. Look at how much information I have about the person before I call them. Then I go to Facebook. I'll take a look at their back end, what type of family they have, what type of person they have. I do my due diligence. Then I'll call, be like, hey, am I speaking to Sukhvinder Brar? Yes, I scared her. Then I'm in one breath, I'm going to tell her, hey, I just sold a house that's 2,200 square feet, 4 bedrooms above grade, with a legal suite in the basement, close to the lake, on a big lot. Ma'am, I know you must love your home, so this isn't an eviction call. This is a call that, do you know anybody that has a house like yours in the area, similar to yours? I don't want to disrespect you by calling you as a stranger, telling you to sell a house with a stranger. However, if you were to bring somebody forward, because you must be a huge advocate of the community, we will offer you a cash reward. There's your script. Because I analyzed, assessed, and then I approached. Door knocking, you're just approaching. That's why the conversion rate's always going to be so low. So do your homework before you call a stranger, or else you're going to become a headache, and they're going to treat you like a headache.
What's the tele listing?
Cedric,
Telelistings is a
join
platform. Yeah, go
join
ahead.
EXP and
John?
you'll join EXP. Are you at EXP?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's free for us. Reach out to me afterwards. We can guide you through it. Okay.
Oh, cool. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's a data source where we can find people's name, number, and their addresses for free.
Oh, wonderful. All right. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Yeah,
John,
you're
I have
welcome.
one thing I want Grinder to kind of touch on, and this is for a selfish reason, but the 1.1 million accounts reached on Instagram and things like that. Grinder, can you touch base on like what your initial thought process was to make GSP such a big brand, bro, and thinking bigger than just being a real estate agent, buying a $10 million building, having an organization of 500 agents? Like none of this happens without intentional thinking, right? So where were you, and how did that idea spark? And obviously it took a long time to get there, but it came from obviously one idea, and maybe share how that came to fruition.
So, bro, even today, I don't post a perfect post because perfection doesn't exist. I post to gain hopefully one person that might add some value into my life. Because of this logic, I have on my Instagram, I've done almost 3,100 posts to date. That's a lot of work. And consistency compounds over time. So I'm making 3 posts. I'm vlogging my day. I'm vlogging my day through my stories. If you go to my stories, there's probably 20 to 30 stories plus 3 posts on my page every single day. And something gotta come out. Every action has to have a reaction. And if you post enough action, the amount of reactions you're gonna get is gonna compound no matter what.
There we go. There we go. All right. Hey, we are at time, but if there's one piece of advice that you can give us to inspire us for rest of 2025 into 2026, what would it be?
Believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody will believe in you. And walk out with confidence. Give every day your all. Fill up your calendar. Maybe in the beginning, your calendar will be filled up with useless tasks. Like I used to have tasks in my calendar, like walk the dog and go to the gym. But then I replaced walk the dog with a coffee meeting. I replaced the gym and moved it out later with developer meetings. If it's not in your calendar, it doesn't exist. If it's not in your calendar, you will not implement it. It will not be urgent.
I love it. I love it. If it's not in your calendar, it's not real, guys. Guys, plan your work your plan. Hey, this concludes our year of production training calls. And thank you for stepping up today, GSP. Everybody, let's go crush the rest of 2025. We appreciate you all. Look forward to seeing you back here in 2026. Go get your haircut, bro.
All right, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you.